Hi guys, I'm Godlike, and this week I bring you my Predator's Mark build. Okay, I personally have to start by saying that I don't really like to use this myself. I don't. It doesn't fit my playstyle as much. It's a backline build. You have to, let your nomad or striker or tank or whatever you have to push the people, and you're sitting at the back putting in the 10 bullets, making people bleed. That isn't exactly my style, but it's a very necessary build to have in your party. It is extremely powerful in the dark zone or in any PvP whatsoever. It's really strong. It's a must-have. And I've seen people, if you have a healer with you with a strong pulse, you can decimate people. You can pretty much one-shot people if they don't have time or they don't realize they're bleeding. They can die before they can even medkit. So yeah, very powerful. Okay, so let's get right into it. My house here is wrong, unfortunately. If you look at it, it's got deadly responsive and card counter. I would say don't have responsive. You should have unforgiving because if you have lower HP, you do more damage, and that will help you, in that pinch to maybe make a stronger bleed or whatever. It's really good. So definitely go deadly unforgiving here, but don't rely on the house. Try and use your assault rifle as much as you can. This is not a close range build. You don't really have a lot of self heal. You don't really have a lot of things going for you. So if people are, rushing you, trying to kill you, you should definitely gain some distance and then engage them with the LVOAC. If you can't, sure, use the house. That's why it's there. Uh, yeah. Then the main weapon, the star of this build is definitely the assault rifle, the LVOAC. We have Deadly Vicious Fierce. It's my favorite assault rifle, my favorite combination. What it does, it's all about that crit, right? So you have the chance, the damage. It's really good, and it helps you from range. You can engage the people very nicely, and output a lot of damage. Make them bleed, make them take cover, make them use their medkits. It gives you that freedom to just keep on applying the bleed over and over and over from range. So yeah, that's what I'm going for here. Um, Everything is in crit. So as much crit as you can possibly get in your magazine, in your muzzle, in your smoke grip, because I don't know if you guys know this, but crit applies to the bleed as well. Your bleed can crit. It is incredible. You can do a lot of damage with it. So definitely crit everywhere possible. Okay, let's look at the build itself. So we have 4,000 firearms. It's not much, I know, but the build provides for that very strong bleed. Okay, so stamina 9k. We only go for the 9k. We don't go more or less than that. Yes, I've seen builds. Yes, I've tried it myself. The 6k stamina bleed. It's sort of it's more for burst, less for the bleed over time. But this build is the one that I've opted for more of team play. When you have people that are frontlining for you, and you have a healer with a very strong pulse, your bleeds, having that 9k, giving you that. Because what happens is, if you look here, right, if you have, uh, you see your damage over time is increased by 15% for every 3,000 stamina and can critically hit the target, like I said. And then when at 9,000 stamina, the damage over time bonus is increased by an additional 120%. That is a lot. That is a lot. And it's all about that bleed. So, yeah, that's what I've opted for here 9k. Everything else put into firearms. Forget about electronics. Like I've said in previous videos, electronics is pretty bad in this patch. You don't want to put anything in there unless you're a healer or any skill user whatsoever. So yeah, definitely go for that. And okay, so you need to get that 9k stamina. Everything else into firearms. So you can see I've opted here for firearms and crit chance mods. Definitely, that's your bread and butter. Like I said, you want that crit chance everywhere possible. I think only on the knee pads here I've got one stamina mod, and I mean that is just to help to get that 9,000. So you just need to mix and match, and yeah, that's it. Then okay, let's look at piece by piece. So for my chest piece, stamina, then health, exotic damage, resilience. Health, very important. It's one of the strongest things you can possibly roll. Plus exotic damage resilience is good against grenades. It's good against other predator users and so on. Ammo capacity is good to have as well. And yeah, then we look at the mask. Like I said, crit everywhere, crit chance. Here, blind death is not the best. This should actually be a burn resist. But yeah, with firearms and crit chance. Then the knee pads. Sadly, my knee pads are also not the best, but it's what I have, Stamina with crit damage. And then Disorient, Disrupt, increase kill XP. Increase kill XP is completely useless. So you wanna go for more burn here. Burn, Shock, and Disrupt, I think, are the three best you can possibly get. Okay, so try and get those if possible. But definitely crit damage. Like I said, you want to get that crit everywhere. You could go for health if you find yourself dying too quickly. The thing is, you already have the 9k stam, right? So you are a little bit tanky, but the problem is it's not that much. And like I said, you don't have self heal. But putting crit damage everywhere and crit chance everywhere will enable your bleeds to be that much stronger, and you're doing a lot of damage as well, because as you can see, you don't have a lot of firearms. So yeah, definitely go for that crit. Try it out. If you find yourself dying too much, opt for that health. See if it will make a difference for you. But I would recommend you go for the crit everywhere. Okay. The backpack, again, crit damage. You can also go for health here, but go for that crit. Try it out. If you can't, definitely change. Then minor attributes. I think here it's better to have burn resist. I'm actually going to change that myself. I think I have ammo here because I had a different chest piece that wasn't so great. That didn't have ammo. So definitely opt for the burn resist here. Crit damage as well. I will change it shortly. Then the gloves, like I said, you can either go SMG or assault rifle damage here, but the star of the build I feel is the assault rifle. I would say it's better if you have assault rifle damage here. You can go for both assault rifle and SMG, but then you lose on quite a bit of crit. I feel that the crit is very important here. Definitely keep it, I believe, that way. Assault rifle damage, crit damage, crit chance. That's what I roll with stamina. Then we look at the holster. Unfortunately, it's the one piece that I haven't optimized yet, but yeah. So you're gonna optimize fully and then go for that crit chance. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it's very strong. I forgot to tell you about my shotgun. I've got the pistol shotgun. Predatory, definitely. You don't have any self heal other than your skills. Striker has the stacks that heal you, whatever. So if you can finish someone getting that predatory burst, very good. Determined, CDR is pretty good. Sustained, even more healing. It's pretty good. So definitely get yourself one of those. So you can craft a low level one, and it will help you out a lot. As you can see, 35% healing over 20 seconds is a lot. It gives you a bit of self heal, keeps you going. It will help you in a pinch. Trust me. Definitely go for that. Okay. Then let's have a look at the abilities and talents. So here, like I said, this is more of a group build. I wouldn't recommend you run this solo. You don't really have sustain. You end up dying to the other boats unless you can bleed them and they don't heal, maybe. But it's not that great. Trust me. Rather opt to use this when you're in a group. Okay. Anyway, so I have the support station immunizer. Immunizer very good. Immunizer in this patch, it's pretty amazing to have. It's a sort of a must-have in your one slot. So you can remove bleeds from other predator users, which is amazing. When you put it down, you can be immune to shock, burn, all of those things in a pinch. It's really good. Then your second skill, I opted for more healing. You can go for pulse. Pulse is good, definitely. But the reason why I'm not going for pulse is, like I said, usually I'll have a healer with me in a group, and he will have a very strong pulse. So then I would rather go for booster shot to give myself more damage, a little bit of tankiness. It's something, it will definitely help you out. I would recommend go for that. It's a nice combo to have the double healing and the ultimate, obviously, recovery link, or you can go for whichever one your team needs. Go for that, but definitely support station and the first aid. Now, if you find yourself facing a lot of strikers and they're annoying and they're very strong and a lot of stacks, definitely still keep your support station, but then your booster shot you can replace with a sticky bomb disruptor. It basically makes the strikers useless for 12 seconds if he doesn't medkit, you know. So basically bait his medkit and then immediately disrupt him. It's really strong. Okay. And the talents, okay. So critical safe, use a medkit when low health, increase damage resistance, really good. Shrapnel is really important for this build, and it differs from the usual talents that I use. You take shrapnel because you apply bleed to any target. You can then trigger a 30% chance per each target in 10-meter radius. So you can bleed his whole team by just bleeding him, and it's the same bleed that you would apply to him. It's so strong. So if you're lucky, you can bleed a whole group, and it's crazy. Okay. When you're playing in a group, definitely opt for Combat Medic. Combat Medic is, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, it's probably the strongest talent you can possibly get in a team. Someone's low, you pop a medkit for him. Even if you're in full health, you heal him for so much, and if your whole party does that, you can keep someone alive and heal him to full HP in no time. So it's very strong. If you're alone, get that strike back, giving you some CDR, 20%. It's pretty good. Definitely go for that. And yeah, I run Adrenaline in PvP because the medkit then gives me immunity to status effects for 7 seconds. 7 seconds is a long time in PvP. So I see someone drop a shock turret on the ground, right? And I'm like, well, I can't dodge it now. It's too late. It's going to shock me. You can then preemptively pop a medkit and you're now immune for 7 seconds. You can kill the guy, any shock turret. You know, it's really good. Definitely try it out. But if you don't want to do that, then you can take precision as well. Precision is, because you're not running a pulse, precision can be pretty important if maybe your party doesn't have a pulse, which shouldn't really happen. But if it does happen, then you can run precision for yourself. Then when you headshot a hostile, you pass them for 10 seconds. It's pretty good. But I would say go for these and the Combat Medic if in a group. That's definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Other good talents, I mean, on the move is pretty good. Maybe you bleed the guy, he goes in cover, he dies, he gives you that on the move. That's pretty good. But is it better than the ones that I've shown you? I don't think so. Another good talent, one is none. It's a good option as well for just to be able to shoot more without reloading. It's not bad, but yeah, it's not the best. But yeah, that's definitely that. I think that's about it, guys, for this week's video. As always, if you like it, leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'll answer any questions you guys might have. And yeah, see you next week for the next video. Thanks, guys.